Let us start getting into the news. Some shit happened in Sweden. Yeah, we got a fucking glacier that broke off and
Most of the
fucked
Swiss
up the
village
whole
of Blatten
town.
was seen
What,
submerged
village?
under water, mud, and rock on Thursday. It comes a day after a large chunk of the
It's
glacier came
considered a
crashing
village
down
because
a
of the
mountain,
population size.
engulfing some 90% of the village. Blatten's 300 residents had already been evacuated earlier in May, after part of the mountain behind the Birk Glacier began to crumble.
Also, I think it
Rescue
has to
teams
do
have
with the
continued looking
remoteness
for a
of the
missing
place
64-year-old
too.
man, but have so
What
far found
classifies a
nothing.
village
A
for
spokesperson for local
zoning?
authorities said that buildings which had emerged intact from the landslide are now flooded, and that some residents of neighboring villages had been evacuated as a precaution. Some experts have warned of the risks of flooding, as vast mounds of debris are clogging the path of the river Lonza, causing a huge lake to swell amid the wreckage.
The images are just really, really shocking.
Mylene Jackmar is a glaciologist.
Over the course of the past 2 weeks or so, there was a large rock instability that developed above the glacier. So there's a mountain, and rock started falling off the mountain and depositing on the glacier.
While Jackmar cannot say for certain whether climate change was the underlying cause of this event, she said it's one of the main drivers behind big changes in the mountains.
What we know is that climate change at high elevations is not favorable for
also the classification
so
too would
with increasing temperatures, more water available through ice
would,
and snow melt, maybe
depending on country to
falling,
country, state to right. It's like, oh fuck,
snow.
So
those
many
are
different
factors
rules
that are not beneficial to mountain stability.
Well, there you have it. Small glacier broke off and flooded the whole fucking village. Small settlement typically found in a rural setting. Yeah. Or smaller than a town. Based on various criterias, migration patterns, settlement patterns, social differentiation. Sorry. Yeah, so they have different ways to classify zoning things. Anyway.
The other big weather story.
Fuck you. I'm looking for the Swiss village.
Most of the Swiss village of Blatten was
Fucking climate change. I mean, yes, climate change has some things to do with it, but this one, I'm pretty sure this is natural, especially where they live. Like I mean, yeah, it's slow. I mean, why do you think they fucking evacuated the area already? Well, because fucking they knew it was gonna happen. They literally live above fucking literally icy mountains. You see this shit? Any of this could just topple at any second. That's how bad glaciers are, or just ice in general in mountainous areas where the weather is like super cold up here but super warm down here, right? Well, if this will start, right, the heat will slowly melt this area. Slowly but surely. And that's why you gotta fucking, right, the glacier collapsed. Slowly melted. And then, whoops, it landslided down. This is why location is very important, because you need to know what you're fucking dealing with. Mother Nature is not fucking kind, right? Yeah, this is Mother Nature. Nature, you scary, right? What's that fucking one meme? I think I... Yeah, from fucking Family Guy. Damn, Nature, you scary. Yeah.
Turn to Damn Nature, you scary on BET.
Damn, look at that sumbitch go. He hauling ass. That thing come by my house, I kill it. That little rat-looking thing just got ate. Damn, Nature, you scary.
Oh, rat-looking thing just got ate. Damn, Nature, you scary. See, there you have it. Dude, don't fuck around with nature. Nature will fuck you up. All right.
Yesterday, a major...
Damn, nature, you scary. Oops. But yes. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Apparently, there's a 64-year-old man missing. There's one person unaccounted for. Well, that's not good. But yeah, they're literally gonna have to pick up and move this whole village and put it somewhere else because they literally cannot resettle on top of this. Right, all the roads that was leading to right from the other side are all fucked up too. Right, probably, I don't know how they're going to deal with this, but yeah, there's just a bunch of water and mud and slush, right? It's all bad. It's all bad. And then you got Canadian wildfire coming out.
The other big weather story, smoke from these wildfires in Manitoba, Canada is heading straight for us.
CBS News Chicago's Lauren Victory examines the health threat.
What a strange 2 weeks for our Chicago skyline. First it was engulfed in dust, now it'll be surrounded by smoke. When a wall of dust descended on our downtown, Dr. Sean Forsyth's phone didn't stop ringing.
More asthma, patients were having problems.
The pulmonologist expects another influx of calls this weekend when smoke from Canadian wildfires settles in our area.
The smaller particulates can penetrate deeper into the lungs and get absorbed into the bloodstream. And so those are the ones that start to raise the risk of stroke, heart attacks.
Smoky Chicago skies caused major health concerns multiple times in summer 2023.
Chicago actually had the worst air quality this afternoon.
We made national headlines. Several places in Cook County on this particular June 2023 day registered an AQI, or air quality index, above 200. That's considered very unhealthy by the Environmental Protection Agency. The Illinois EPA does not expect this weekend's smoke infiltration to be as dangerous as it was in 2023. There are no
well, the
plans to
reason
issue
is
an Air
because they don't
Pollution
want
Action Day.
right
Still,
toxic
Illinois and Indiana residents,
fallout.
especially those with pre-existing
Because if there are certain instances
right
where it's like, yeah, your air is
CBS News
polluted
Chicago
every time you
meteorologist
fucking
David
go
Yeomans,
outside. That's
why
not
are
good.
wildfires impacting our neighbors to the north and us again?
At least there's a certain level of pollution that's okay, and then once it goes above that, that's like, that's not good.
Our partners at Climate Central have found this is reaching a climate shift index of 5. In other words, this is an exceptional climate change-driven event made at least 5 times more likely by climate change.
An increase in coughing and more shortness of breath. Those are the symptoms to look out for this weekend that are tied to smoke. I'm Lauren Victory, CBS News Chicago.
There you have it. I don't work with the white people. Oh, is this the Black Panther stuff? I think that's the Black Panther. Yeah, apparently the Black Panther game got canceled or some shit. I mean, I guess we can take a look at this later.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Whatever. Becoming who you really are. The philosophy of. Oh wait, that's not what. More of the glacier collapse. Oh, this is yeah, this is when it started. Oh yeah, I bought this Warhead sour grape soda. Yeah, it's like not that great. Alright, there it is. Yes. Oh, coyote attack. Oh, is this the before and after image? Oh. Oh, we already saw this. Yeah. So yeah, this is what the town looked like. Right. And then destroyed. Literally the whole town is fucked. Like it took out probably 75% of the town. Probably more. There's probably only 10%, right? That's not even 10%, dude. That's like 5%. Fuck you. The whole thing's gone. Right? It's like, yeah, they like. Oh yeah, oh my god, there's this too. Holy shit, dude! Just from this far to this far, right? That's like. How many miles is that? That's a lot of miles. Well, and then again, that's like probably 5 miles into town. Well, it's hard to say. It's hard to tell because of fucking orientation and depth. Also, you don't really have a measurement to tell, so it's like I can't tell. But yeah, this whole thing is just gone. Yeah, this was the river right here, it looks like.
Did
This? Oh, I think this has to do with the marrying at a really young age. Or right in the old days you would have fucking adult males, right? Marrying basically adult women at 12 years old, right? Because they considered women and back in those days fucking right. Women, you could say. Anyways. More meme news. What do we got here? With all the fucked up shit. Black trans woman gave you your rights. Huh? You went full retard, never go full retard? Yeah. That one came out of fucking left field. Looks like the FBI is back on our side. Are you stupid or something? Yeah. Look, just because Kash Patel is in there doesn't mean shit. I hate to say it. Right? The fact that some of these people haven't released certain information yet when they told us they were. Like, yeah. Where's that information now? So yeah, she had man hands. Hands of a man. Move, bitch! That's all I could think. That's literally all I could think when she fucking did that shit. Fucking putting her hands in his face and move! Elstone visas were just halted by the Trump admin. Yeah, it sucks. Democrats' strategy to reach straight white men. Oh god. Calling in the tank division. That's fucked up. I like this one. Calling in the tank division. No, you just, I don't even want to call them tanks, man. That's doing, because tanks are better, and they're just objects. These people are just gross. Am I out of touch? Democrats, nah, Olivia Juliana and Pete Buttigieg can teach us how to reach straight white males. Oh, that's who. Oh, it's this chick. Yeah, I wonder what happened to her. I haven't seen this dumb bitch in a while. Male voters, Democrats, throw away in Congress. Principal party president. Constitute. Who wins? What? If Canada becomes 51st state, they will vote in our elections. How do Canadians vote? Mansley. Oh, she said constituents. I'm retarded. A little bit. Yeah, principal party and president. Heidi ho, neighbor. Did you hear they're recommending that you mask up? Stop giving me your thoughts. Toughest battle. Sorry. Stop giving me your toughest battles. Just make up a layup. Just make a layup? Fucking jeez. That's... White privilege, the ability to suffer whatever life throws at you without blaming another ethnic group. Jesus. Trump is not king! What is the difference between communism and capitalism? Would you support releasing the Epstein files even if it could send Republicans to prison? Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't give a fuck about any of them. They're fucking two sides of the same coin. Why would I fucking care? The politicians. Some of these people are fucking shady as fuck. I don't give a fuck. Alright. And there you have it. What's this one? Shark Tank investor destroys libs on CNN.
Full employment. Is the claim that there have been absolutely no jobs lost because of the disruptions created by the tariff?
Have you not looked at the unemployment numbers? You better read the numbers.
No, I'm asking a question. It's
We're
not
almost at
saying
full
anything.
employment.
We're
almost at full. What are you talking about? The economy's on fire. What are you talking
The
about?
economy's on fire.
What
I
is
mean,
this
with all the
job
tariffs.
loss? The economy is on
Well, I mean,
fire.
The economy is doing
Not what
stock
the
market
numbers say. The number one
seems on the,
destination for invested capital on Earth is
I
still
should
over
say
50% in America. Tonight, trillions of dollars comes to America. Why? Best place to invest on Earth.
Largest
Why?
consumer economy.
I think, Kevin, you're making a great argument.
Yeah, I don't understand how any of these people get conversations and if they're just gonna fucking stop each other from talking.
First of all, like, let's just make sure that we maintain some respect for Kamala Harris.
Never elected in a process.
I think referring to her as a loser is disrespectful.
She was, well, I mean, she was vice president.
Let's just put
If you want to say she was elected for that, but to become the next
president
president like that, that was very unconstitutional.
She got slaughtered because they disavowed the process. They anointed her and she got slaughtered.
Yeah, the fact that they tried to do that was super fucking shady.
That's New York. Uninvestable. Sorry, don't shoot the messenger. Just telling you the way it is.
We would love to set that up.
Especially when they already put Biden's, I think, name on the ballot.
Where did Amazon
right?
take their jobs? They took them away from her. She threatened to sue them if they created jobs.
Our reading and math scores are the worst in the G7 and the G20 in terms of how many dollars we spend to advance our children. Okay. Why? Unions. Unions that keep mediocre teachers in place in every high school in America. When we should be firing them. I would like to fire teachers that don't... Wait. And I'd like to pay a lot more to the teachers that advance math and reading scores that push our system forward against every G7, G20 country. We have broken the system long ago through unions, and this is very unfair.
But what are
the lowest paid person in America?
Oh,
deserves
see,
a lot more money, is a great teacher.
I agree.
Well, fucking Kevin O'Leary knows about
in America.
the whole
We keep mediocrity.
unions have fucked up America so much.
Respectfully, let me just tell you how misguided your statement is.
Not at all.
But I mean, I'm just going to point out the fact
Thank goodness I'm here.
But you're wrong, and let me tell you why.
I'm 100% right.
No.
When you set a car on fire, you should go to jail. You're a criminal. I don't think we have to talk about it in any other context.
So basically, it just
cars
back
have
to back
cameras in
Kevin
them, those
O'Leary
dealerships have
just
cameras. You're beyond being
putting out
stupid when you do
facts.
that. You're going to go to jail, and you now have a government that just got their mandate. They can't wait to find idiots that do this. You're going to spend 5 to 20 years in prison, breaking in, shooting a car, setting on fire, nothing to do with the politics, nothing to do with Tesla. You are a criminal. And you should go to jail.
But what about the broader? No, shut the fuck up. You're doing illegal activity. Shut the fuck up. Farage defends reform advert after racism claims. Yikes.
Farage defends reform advert after
Farage.
racism claims.
Farage.
Nigel Farage has defended a controversial Reform UK advert about Scottish Labour leader Anna
Farage
Sarwar.
or
Both Labour and
Farage?
First Minister John Swinney have described the online video posted
Is he
ahead
French?
of the Holyrood by-election.
I think he's
as
French, so it'd be
blatantly
like
racist. Wow.
Farage.
It's not like them to call literally everything they see racist, but anyway. At a press conference in London, Farage played the video and accused Sarwar of introducing sectarianism into Scottish politics. The Scottish Labour leader describes the claims as absolute nonsense. The Reform advert posted on Facebook and Instagram features clips of a 2022 speech that Sarwar gave at an event celebrating the 75th anniversary of Pakistan's independence. I don't know why Anas Sarwar is doing that, because isn't he supposed to be Scottish? He's supposed to be just as Scottish as the rest of us, so why does he give a shit about the 75th anniversary of Pakistan's independence. He's not Pakistani.
I'm pretty sure
He's just as
Count
Scottish
Danger
as the
was
rest of us.
Scottish.
So why is he
That's why it's
celebrating another
best
country's
husband.
independence? Strange that. At the event, he talked about wanting to see more people from the South Asian community involved in politics. Of course he does. It makes it easier for them
Oh,
to
so
take
where
over.
is taxation is
In
theft
its
shirt.
video, Reform added
Or,
text
theft
claiming
hat,
that
sorry.
Sarwar wanted to prioritise the
Maybe I
Pakistani
should put
community, despite the Glasgow
Make
MSP
America great
not
again
saying that in any of the clips. I think I know the clips they're talking about. Farage was asked about the controversy at his London press conference, which comes ahead of the Hamilton, Larkhall and Stonehouse by-election next Thursday. After playing the advert to the audience, he said, so it was Anas Sarwar that introduced sectarianism into Scottish politics. No, that's been there for a while. Nah, I'm gonna. Oh Lord, am I having to defend Anas Sarwar? No, sectarianism's been in Scottish politics for quite some time. But anyway, making it perfectly clear his priority was to a certain section of the community, which is true. If anyone's from a certain ethnic group, whenever they get into politics, they're going to give preferential treatment to that ethnic group. To try
Correct.
and give them an upper hand over everybody else.
I mean,
Say,
yeah,
welcome
just
to
look at the
democracy.
fucking
When in
U.S.
order to
system.
win,
Just
you
look
don't
at
have
what
to be
they
part of the
fucking
majority,
did with
you
all
just
those
have to
people.
be the biggest minority.
All the fucking
All we've
DEI
done- all we've
hires,
done is to
literally
put out
some
the
of them.
exact words spoken by
Like that
him
fucking
without any
Ketanji Brown
comment.
Jackson,
We've
dumb
said
fucking
nothing, just
bitch.
that we'll represent-
Oh, she's
just
not
that
my
we will
fucking
represent
Supreme
people
Court
of
justice.
that
Get the fuck
constituency.
out of here.
Responding
Dumb
to
hoe.
Farage, the Scottish Labour leader told BBC Scotland News,
Oh, I'm not
this
a
is
woman.
a blatant attempt from
Yeah,
Nigel
apparently,
Farage to try
Jesus,
and get
fuck.
poison into our politics in Scotland.
Apparently you're trans.
No, that...
Like-
Again, the poison's already been there for a very, very long time. I have fought against sectarianism all my adult life. Scotland is a welcoming, diverse country, something he probably finds pretty scary himself. Yeah, the majority of Scottish people hate it. See, even all the lefties that I'm friends with, they are sick of it. They are sick of it. Another beautiful thing that I saw literally just yesterday is I saw a migrant chase someone down the street with a broken bottle. Literally just down there at Union Street. I witnessed that yesterday. We were all just standing outside having a fag, and I saw a man and his girlfriend running for his life while a migrant chased him with a broken bottle. Wow, what a beautiful, diverse and wonderful country that you're creating. Yeah, it's magical here.
Jesus
Anyway,
Christ.
the Scottish Labour leader who was born in
Yeah, you
Glasgow
want to be
to
careful
Pakistani
of
Muslim
people with
parents,
broken
added
bottles
that
because
Scotland
they
has
will
nothing in common
fucking
with Nigel
right.
Farage.
Anything
You'd be
broken
surprised.
glass is very dangerous.
He is a
It will
spiv,
cut you very
he is a
easily.
divisive politician. Remember your little speech that you gave about white people and us? Yeah, I think that was pretty divisive. But of course, it's okay when you do it. Someone who wants to bring poison
Yeah,
into our
right.
politics, fear into
Rules
our
for
politics.
thee, but
Coming
not
from the Labour
for
Party.
me.
He probably couldn't pin many parts of Scotland on a map. The first bit, you could pin many parts of Pakistan, though, couldn't you? Because you care about that country more than Scotland. The First Minister has called for Meta, which owns both Facebook and Instagram, to remove the advert. Engaging in censorship as well. Wow, your party sounds amazing. Both Labour and the SNP have lodged complaints with the farm.
I
which has
mean,
been asked
isn't
to
that what
comment.
all
Swinney said
Democrats
he was
tried to do?
disgusted by
Censorship,
Farage's comments and
especially at
described
the
the
highest
advert as a
level,
disgrace.
by
And
trying
Sarwar
to
is a
incorporate
political
like some
rival
kind of
mine, but I don't want
disinformation,
political rivals of mine
misinformation
being
board.
spoken about and having information distorted about
That
them
seems
in
pretty
the way
fucking
that Nigel
corrupt if
Farage
you
is
don't,
doing.
if you ask me.
You
You
mean
know?
like your party did to Alex Salmond, which you've still not apologised for. But anyway, he told BBC Scotland News, Farage is bringing the poison that he brought into the debate in the United Kingdom, He is bringing the poison that he brought into the debate in the United Kingdom into the debate here in Scotland. Do journalists just not
Wait,
proofread
what?
their articles?
What the fuck? Wait, what?
Fucking hell.
It's just-
Reforms candidate in the by-election, Ross Lambie, told BBC Radio's Good Morning Scotland that the advert was absolutely not racist. I would just, just don't back down, just go, yeah, it was. Chad meme, like, pressed on the fact that the Scottish Labour leader did not say he wanted to prioritise the Pakistani community in the clips, Lambie claimed that's what the whole speech is about. Lambie said reform was focused on merit and did not want to foist various minority groups into positions, which is true. I think people should only get into positions if they are qualified for those. I actually do like meritocracy. And if it turns out that all the people that end up occupying these roles
meritocracy is
are white,
great.
well, what does that
It's
tell you?
great.
Anyway, The Reform candidate.
Well, I mean,
accused
it
the
just
left
makes
of
sure
trying to
that
build a
someone's
two-tier
gonna,
society, which they've
who's
definitely
actually
done via
qualified
policing,
is going
and accused
to
Sarwar
do the
of
service
political
that
deflection.
you
SNP
paid for,
by-election
right?
candidate Katie Loudon said the Reform video should be taken down immediately. Your Honor,
Right, the
I
reason why you have qualified people is because, well, they shouldn't fucking scam you, right? If you have someone who's unqualified, they're more likely to scam you, yes?
On what grounds? On the grounds that it's devastating to my case. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Well, I mean, that's supposed to be the
basically.
right
I think it's amazing
case,
that
but
they
who
get to say
knows
all this
nowadays?
stuff like calling Farage a Nazi, calling everybody
You
a
got so
racist,
many
calling everybody
flaky
far
people
right, blah, blah,
nowadays,
blah,
right?
We
It's
don't
hard
ask
to
for
tell
that to
now.
get taken down. We argue against it.
I mean,
but
as long as
we
you're
don't ask for it to be
doing
taken
it from
down.
like a
Then
reputable
whenever
company.
they get claims made against them, they never argue against it. They just say, Facebook, delete that. Bleh. Delete that, ban him, get rid of his stuff. Like, it's weird that that is their first port of call.
Yeah.
I just think it's strange that that's always their first
Yeah, their
option.
first protocol is
She
to
said
get
that
the
advert in question
person
is a blatantly
banned.
racist attack, which has no
Right.
place in Scottish politics. Racism does, in fact, have no place in Scottish politics. So, when are you going to chim little Hamza Yusuf over that speech that he gave in Parliament? You won't, will you? You made him leader of the bloody party. And how did that go? And now Ross Lambie has admitted it's also completely misleading. Scottish Liberal Democrat candidate Aisha Mir accused Reform of scummy tactics. Coming from the Lib Dems, who tried to overturn Brexit. Who tried to literally use legalese to overturn Brexit. The Liberal Democrats tried to overturn, by force, a democratic election using legal woohoo. Yeah, okay. But they're accusing other people of scummy tactics. She told the BBC, people are fed up and I think there is an element of taking advantage of people's anxieties, their stress, their challenges, but they are not delivering on the issues. They are coming out with rubbish like this.
Yeah, I mean,
Scottish Green Poll
you
leader
can tell
Patrick
these
Harvey
guys are
described the
playing
advert as a
people's emotion,
despicable
playing with
attempt to
people's
bring
emotions,
blatant
right?
racism
It's
into
so
the
fucking
by-election. The
blatant
Scottish
with all the
Conservatives have
fucking
not
shit they
commented
say.
on the advert.
It's just like, oh no,
Orange
yeah,
or
we're
not-
doing
not
all. Don't
divisive.
worry,
Wow,
we're doing the
this took
thing.
a left turn.
And then they don't do the
Earlier,
thing, and it's
Tory
just like,
by-election
okay,
candidate
dude.
Richard Nelson faced questions
Hang
about
yourself,
his membership
yes?
of the Orange Order.
Fucking
He told
news
the BBC
yourself,
it would not
fucking
affect his
asshole.
ability to hold office. I will be absolutely fair to everyone, even the Tegs. Nelson, who is also secretary of the Scottish Amalgamated Committee of the Apprentice Boys of Derry. I see what you did there, you cheeky little sausage. Said both groups were law-abiding. The organisations and followers of their marches have previously been accused of sectarianism. But Nelson said he was able to represent constituents from all backgrounds. He told the programme, we pledge allegiance to His Majesty the King, and we are not divisive at all. And people have the right to their own religion. And there's all the candidates that are standing. Who's in it? Scottish Family Party. Ah, well, it seems that Scottish Libertarians aren't running a candidate. What a shame. But anyway, see if the we're getting to a stage now. Like basically, the Overton window's shifting. Things are changing.
Yeah.
Because when people are getting accused of being racist, they're like, yeah. See if people go, that advert was racist.
You
Just go,
racist? Yeah, I guess I am now.
And then that's when they're like,
I guess I am
and then
now
they don't
for
know what to
just
do.
being
Basically,
just
it's
being
getting to the
as
point
realistic
where
as possible.
being
I'm
racist
sorry.
isn't so bad these days.
I'm sorry that statistic hurts your feelings. I'm sorry that the human psyche fucks with you. Hey, that's not my problem. It's not my problem. Humans are fickle creatures. All right. I mean, just look at this, some shit like this, right? This is why humans are fickle and fucked up.
A mother and son arrested after investigators say the child was plotting to shoot up his middle school.
The mother is accused of supplying her son with ammo and tactical gear.
A middle school student facing terrorism-related charges, and he's not alone in this. His mom,
The mom involved too.
also facing charges. Police say
Also,
she
the
helped
mom
him
looks like a
plan
great character,
possible
doesn't
attack.
she?
Okay, so this Mother of the Year.
Let me guess, 1992 is when she was born. Some shit happened.
helped
It looks
her
like she was
son
part of a
plan
gang,
mass
possibly.
shooting, and they got
even with all
caught.
those tattoos.
Let's talk about
there
it.
might be There could be signifiers on her arms. That could be linking her to a gang. I don't know.
This is Ashley Parada.
I mean, given the amount of tattoos she has, right? Especially these tattoos around, that's indicative of a gang, right? The eye drops, right? The stars.
She's a 33-year-old mother from San Antonio, Texas. Now, she was employed as a
teardrop, sorry.
bartender at St. Mary's Strip. The bar's management has stated that she was terminated based on
Or
the
you're
charges
just trying
that
to be a
we'll talk about
poser.
soon. Now, Pardo also has a 13-year-old son that goes to Rhodes Middle School in San Antonio. Now, Pardo is being charged with helping his son plan a mass shooting at his school. I know, this sounds crazy for me to even say it.
crazy.
All right, so here are the details of what happened. In January 2025, staff at Rhodes Middle School discovered some threatening drawings made by a 13-year-old student. Now, the drawings were
from
detailed
Texas
maps of the
again?
school.
Jesus
This
Christ.
also included escape routes and
What the
images
fuck?
of rifle and muzzle flashes with the specific timestamp.
Yo,
and
Texas,
on
what
one
the fuck
of
is going
the exit
on?
routes, it was
Why
labeled
you guys are
self-deletion
just like New
route.
York?
Now, allegedly, school officials
some
and police
weird
confronted the
shit.
boy, who explained that he has a fascination with past mass shootings and an interest in their manifestos. Now, because of this, the police department and Child Protective Services began monitoring the family and offering services to address this weird behavior. Now, the school actually had a conversation with this 13-year-old's mom, and here's what happened.
As officers and school officials met with the child's mother, Ashley Pardo, multiple times after, offering help and resources. But Pardo wasn't the least bit concerned with her son's behavior, even stating she supported it.
That's right. She told police she supported her son's interesting behavior. Now, things got worse because in April, the school started seeing interesting things come up in the student's online activity from a computer he was using at school.
But according to police, months later, the boy was suspended for researching mass shootings on a school-issued computer.
As an example, they discovered that he was researching the
Jesus
March 2019
Christ, man,
Christchurch
this
mass
kid is a
shooting
fucking
in New Zealand.
menace.
And along with that, he was also looking at things about self-harm. Now, after the revelations, the school suspended him, and later on that day, the 13-year-old attempted self-deletion. Now, because of the self-deletion attempt, he was hospitalized and placed in an alternative education program to continue his term of suspension. Now, on May 8, 2025, a month later, he had served his suspension and was allowed to return to the middle school.
He did serve his time in an alternative center. Once he's done with that, he, by every legal right, he shall be returned to his home campus, and that's exactly what took place.
Now, anticipating potential issues, school officials and law enforcement implemented a special safety plan upon his return. And that essentially meant that the police department would keep close contact with the family while this student was trying to recover. Now, on May 12, 2025, the situation kind of comes to a head. Early that morning, the 13-year-old's grandmother witnessed the teen hammering a live bullet.
Didn't one of the Philadelphia
She questioned him
school
about it,
system get
and
fucked
he
up
admitted
too
that his mother
recently?
gave him the ammunition and
Or
had even
at least
taken
one
him
of the
shopping
schools
for
in
tactical
Philadelphia.
gear at a military supply store.
Police say the boy's
I know
grandmother
Chicago
reported
got
him to
fucked
law
up
enforcement
recently, too.
earlier in the day. According to an affidavit,
It's like,
she said
jeez.
she found him on
This is
Sunday
fucking
hitting a
Chicago,
live
right,
bullet
from,
with
I
a
think
hammer.
Thomas
He allegedly
Sowell
told
was
her
talking
his
about the
mom gave him
Chicago
the
school
ammunition
system.
and also bought
Right.
him tactical gear.
So it's like,
no, he had
man,
been
I just-
intimately stayed
shit
with his
is,
grandmother due
popping
to his
off.
behavioral
Right.
issues. And his mom had to work, so while she had to work, he would stay with the grandma. Now, his mom then comes and picks him up for school, and before leaving the house, he tells his grandmother that he's going to be famous for what he's about to do.
Investigators say before leaving for school, the
He's
child
going
told
to
his
be
grandmother
famous?
he
You
was
mean
going to be
infamous,
famous.
right?
Ashley Prado then picks up her
It's
son
not
and
famous,
drives
it's gonna
him
be
to the middle
infamous.
school. When she drops off the boy
And
at
that's
the
the
school,
bad
he's
one,
wearing a
right?
full
You don't
tactical
want to be
outfit,
infamous,
camouflage jacket,
okay?
tactical
That's
pants,
the
a
bad
mask
one.
with a skull-type covering, and he wants to go to class. Now, when school officials see him,
Right.
they're like, hell to the no, you're
Famous,
not coming
yeah, right.
inside
Fuck
here.
yeah.
And then went to confront him, but by that time, he takes off. School officials...
See, as you can tell, this is what they think, right? They think they are in the correct. That's why he was all like, "Oh, I'm going to be famous." Yeah, no, I'm sorry. You're gonna be the reverse. I hate to say it, because you did something so fucking horrendous.
Lose track of his whereabouts. That triggered a scare, and the middle school went into lockdown. After the 13-year-old disappeared, his grandmother called police to report that, hey, he had some very suspicious items.
Later that morning, she alleges she searched his room, finding ammunition and an improvised explosive device wrapped
What?
with duct tape that referenced the 2019 New.
What the fuck? Holy shit. This is insane.
Zealand Musk.
Dude, don't tell me the mom has been fucking basically grooming their own child to do this kind of fucking shit, right? I mean, this is literally what's happening. This person should not be a mother. Right? This person needs to be separated.
Shooting.
So
Jesus
police
Christ.
go over to the grandmother's house, and the grandmother allows the police to search the teen's bedroom. And when they search, they find a rifle,
Oh, that's
pistol,
bad.
magazines fully loaded with live ammo, makeshift provisions, an improvised explosive device, and more disturbingly, the bomb or the
I have a
improvised
feeling the
explosive
mom
device
was helping.
had white
Because
supremacist markings
the
and
fact that
neo-Nazi
that
references on
was
them.
happening
Now, the
is
police
like,
department were
Jesus
able
Christ.
to locate the 13-year-old off campus. He was arrested and charged with terrorism, but police also arrested his mom.
Yeah,
See, the kicker to the story is that the mom was
Yeah, that kid had to have help, because there's no way that kid knew how to do any of that shit, please.
the one who supplied the teen with the ammo, the equipment to make the bombs, and seemingly encouraged this behavior.
But when investigators questioned his mother, according to the affidavit, she did not feel concern for his behavior, later admitting she purchased her son's supplies, including ammo, in exchange for
So
babysitting
that means
his
she
younger
probably
siblings.
supplied him
Remember,
and
she was the one
helped
who
with
dropped them
making
off at school and all that
the-
tactical
the
gear, which scared everyone to
IEDs,
death.
which is
now, the
pretty
mom was specifically
fucking
charged
dangerous.
with aiding in the commission of terrorism, and
Yeah, that's like-
she was
yeah.
bonded out on
70
$75,000.
what? 75,000 only? Are you fucking kidding me? This person has been willing to go that far. Like, and you're only doing... Oh, boy. Yeah, okay. Literally, when this person posts bond and they start buying up shit, are you gonna be able to stop her again?
$1,000 bail. Now, this brings us to the question of parental accountability. See, the charges against the mom represent a rare instance in which a parent may be legally implicated.
Well,
in the
because
alleged
they're
domestic
aiding and
terrorist plot
abetting,
of
right?
her
They're
child.
fucking
in this case,
an
she
accomplice to
assisted him
the
in buying tactical
right?
gear, the ammunition, despite knowing her son's violent tendencies and
They're
aspirations
literally
to become an active
supplying
shooter.
ammunition
Now, this should
and
remind you
art,
of the
right?
case of Jennifer and James Crumbly. These are parents of the Michigan
Do
school
some
shooter
fuck-
Ethan
right,
Crumbly.
they
and they were
literally in
sentenced to 10 to
cahoot, right,
15 years
planning
for
to
failing
do
to prevent their
something
son from killing 4 students at his deadly mass shooting.
Today is the day they learned their fate. The parents of
Yeah,
school
the
shooter
Crumbleys,
Ethan Crumbly
yeah.
were back in court where they were sentenced for manslaughter in
Yeah, the
connection with their
Crumbleys were
son's
the
murder
first
of 4
instance
students at his
of
Michigan
parents
school.
getting
And the parallels
tagged
of these
with
cases
their
are
right,
very,
with the,
very,
with
very
the,
eerie.
with
For
the
instance, in
perpetrator.
the Crumbly case in Michigan, the parents bought the gun. The parents ignored all the warning signs. The parents took them to school that
Yeah,
morning.
basically.
And in the Parado case,
because
it's
they,
the same thing. She took
I
them
guess
to
they're
school in the
trying to
morning,
say
dressed in
since
tactical
they
gear. She
are
brought all
the
weapons and the
legal
guns.
guardian,
Now, the mom is
and they went through
facing
all of
between
this,
5 and
and they
99
didn't
years
right
in prison
protect
if
and
convicted on
to
this
guide
charge.
and all
So,
that shit.
what do you
right?
think? Do you think this mom should be held responsible for her child essentially planning a mass shooting and the mom buying all the equipment to
that's-
help him
I mean-
achieve the goal of becoming famous?
Wouldn't that be?
And
Wouldn't
the
this
sad part
be
about this story is that she has
considered
other kids.
federal
Now, those other
crimes
kids
too?
are probably
So
going
it's
to grow
like-
up without the mom because she is just so dumb. And just look at her. You can tell this is a piece of trash anyway. So
Yeah.
hopefully she'll do
I mean-
life in prison. Hopefully her son will get
I
the
mean,
help he
like I
needs
said,
because
it looks
seems
like she
being
was
raised by this
related to a
woman
gang
leads you
at some
down a
point, given
path.
with
And
all her
it's sad because in
tattoos
this
and shit.
particular instance, I don't know how much I blame
Or
the
at
kid, 'cause he's
least
only 13.
hanging
Does he
out
really
with
know
the
what he's
wrong
doing?
crowd,
And if you're growing
right?
up in a house where your mom is got neck tattoos and looking like this, then I don't know how anyone can grow up in that type of environment. But again, tell me where I'm wrong in the comment section. Tell me, hey, Nate, the 13-year-old should get life in prison too. Because I think the mom should definitely be held accountable. And I think
Well, I
the
mean,
kid needs
yeah,
help.
given
But
what-
with that
but
being
given
said, don't
what
forget to
the
like,
fuck
subscribe,
happened,
to like
I
YouTube
think the
stuff. Tell
moms
me
are
where I'm
held
wrong in the comment
accountable,
section.
too.
As always, my name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
There you go, Nate the lawyer. Critiquing the West equals good. Critiquing the East equals racist. Yes, Hassan, gatekeeper, propagandist, terrorist, Hamas supporting Osama bin Laden, Houthi, Piker. Yes, he does that a lot.
This one's a spicier one. Oh my days. This is what I think. Think about this, right? This is a real take I have, and I think we've touched on it before, so you probably agree with me. So, but you can play Binder's advocate. I personally think.
Well, actually, for Hassan, he thinks the East is good, right, and the West is racist, right?
It is incredibly acceptable in our world to make fun of the West, to critique the West, to critique Western countries, to say whatever you want. However, vice versa, if you're hypercritical of the East or Eastern countries, be it things in the Middle East or even Asia, oftentimes I think you get it deemed either as racist or you get called a bigot. And I'm curious if you feel like that's also racist.
What are you referring to?
You are the biggest bigotry.
You did a whole video on India.
It's not even just that. When we did a video on the Qatar World Cup, we talked about the slave labor that was used there. Qatar's still in the past. When we talked about
Qatar is still in the past. I hate to say it, but yeah, some of those countries are still in the past.
Like modern, fucked up, or how made
just in terms of infrastructure and development wise.
China. And we were hypercritical.
They choose not to develop in a certain way, and that's what makes them that way, right?
And I said, you're waving a communist flag. Is that racist?
China does not play. They operate like gangsters. If people got mad, people got mad about a bunch of those videos.
They want this video deleted. 2024.
I've said that before.
Well, I mean, anytime you're criticizing British people, right, some of the Western countries, yeah, they don't like it.
Anyways, you don't know
because they know they fucked up.
Just look it up. But I've been called everything.
And then you guys calling them out is just like, please stop shining a light on what we fucked up on. We get it.
You're going to talk about Indians, but you from Haiti, and Haiti isn't. Yes. My country is upside down. I can't visit it. It's crazy out there.
Well,
There's trash everywhere.
There's trash. Yeah.
It does not change what's going on over here, and you can.
There's also a lot of
as a matter of fact,
fucking drug lords and
it's not because
gangs.
It's not because you critique someone that you inherently hate that person. My girl critiques me sometimes. That's because she loves me and she wants me to better myself, and I do the same.
I'm not saying I love Indians, but if y'all did better, that's also great.
You got some good stuff. You got some great stuff to you.
Yeah.
But you have some not so good stuff. Comedy or even opinions is just like a drunk uncle at Christmas. It's funny until it touches you. You know what I mean?
What?
Like,
Jesus. You didn't have to go that far. Fucking hell, man.
I will say this. The only brown people that are mad about what we said are Indians. Bangladeshis are like, yeah, keep going. Pakistanis are like, oh, yeah.
There's a couple of Indians that were like, shrug.
Yeah, because they know.
Shrug.
And people,
let's not be.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that,
do you know
dude.
that Ethiopia? Yeah, I know Ethiopia got problems.
Yeah.
I have no problem with you mentioning it. You want to make jokes about it? Feel free.
But you can point out the shit stains whenever.
Yeah, it's like, what can you do? It's no fault, right? It's no fault of certain individuals, and it has everything to do with the government not doing something about it.
And get pro clutch? I don't give a fuck,
bro. They said
right, because they just they let that shit happen.
You want to talk about the Caribbean?
They don't want to help anybody. They don't want to do anything to fix the situation. They just let it happen.
And gayness.
That's like Twitch.
For some of them, many of them. And I know
God
there's Caribbean who's gonna be like, go talk to Caribbean women, and then stop yapping them.
What you mean Caribbean women?
Okay.
Talk to women.
I'm an equal opportunist. If you think Indians are the only ones I be mocking, you are bugging. Now, people are going to be mad. Not all of us. Of course not. What a brain-dead way to operate. Do you guys honestly think that when we're talking about these issues, we think everyone's involved? No, there's plenty of people.
Obviously.
The same
I mean,
way
look,
in India,
I sometimes generalize on accident, but I'm not doing it on purpose.
Absolutely.
I'm doing it just so I can get past it, right? Because it's so annoying trying to draw distinctions every fucking single time.
That's why your rivers are all dead. That's why they're full of trash.
Right.
And that's why they're full of shit. It's okay.
I mean, once you keep drawing the distinctions every fucking time, is just like, okay, look, at a certain point, you can start generalizing, hey, you got a real fucking bad situation going on, and you need a fix. You need a fix.
And that's how you're...
I can't talk about my mom. You can't talk about my mom.
Yeah.
But your mom is fucking up.
And you know what? Your uncle,
Yeah.
he diddled a few of the kids.
Stop, Jesus! You guys don't have to go that far, my
The
goodness.
reality of like, yo, you guys got a lot of uncle shit. And I could play the videos all day long. But now you're upset. Why? Because it's your country.
Yep.
But you guys
Your
feel so comfortable talking shit about the West all the time. You guys be like, Americans are fatties.
Yeah, Americans are fatties. I don't know what. Yeah, I mean, that keeps happening.
They got no problem.
White folks. You guys have no ability.
You keep clowning on white folks. Hey, I can't even. That's true too. I can't.
But don't pearl clutch. We'll be like, hey, you know what? Arabs, you guys have the highest rates of fucking your cousin. That's a fact.
I mean, look, when I brought that up, I didn't look. Even British land. Look,
of course not. Donkey balls.
every
I know it's not all of
country.
You, but it's a lot. And we can talk about these issues. If y'all
look, there's
get
depraved
comfortable,
humans
then talk
everywhere.
about,
Okay.
The West is falling. The West is shit. All right. Open up your closets. Oh, now you got a problem. Now it's rape. Now it's a cultural problem.
Look,
it's just
look. You can peer into any country's history and find some pretty fucked up shit. Okay.
You talk about the next country over, when technically, historically, y'all the same people.
Yes.
But because they differ in religion
or cultural
and stuff like that,
right, normalization of what they want for a society, right?
What do you mean? These people are from
or
the
what they want for
they are trash.
That's what you're saying.
Rules and laws,
You
right?
want to talk about the caste system?
That's what you got. That's what you got. So when we see this and we're like, there's issues, you're like, nah, you can't because you're from you can't talk about us. Even y'all can't talk about y'all, but
well, I
these things are
mean,
really
well,
there.
you can't. Well, you just can't vote unless you have citizenship.
And the flags that they have on
I
their
mean, you can
profile,
talk
I'm
all
like,
you want, but you don't have
you're from
citizenship.
there
It's
and
not
you
like
wanna
you can't
talk
fucking
about
do
the
anything.
old
It's not like you're
world.
voting in our fucking
labels
elections,
within
right?
the country talking like, ooh, the West. It's like, man,
y'all, you can't even talk in your country.
You can't even drive.
You can't
even.
You can't be saying all that shit. In
Yeah,
your
there's some
country,
country, right? Some of the Asian countries or some of the Middle Eastern countries.
Please.
Even
And it's-
India,
and it's- I think
right?
it's-
Asian.
that's how we're
Oh
able
yeah,
to
well that's
grow.
part of Asian
That we're
country.
able to
Anyways,
grow. And it hurts.
right? Some of the driving
Right?
rules
It
and
hurts.
laws
I
are
understand it
fucking
hurts.
all out of the
'Cause it
fucking
feels like the
whack.
pride is what
You got people
present,
getting
but
hit
we
and
can
shit
talk
so
about that. We
quick.
can say certain things.
You got
I
wild
was
traffic
literally
rules.
saying in those battles, hey,
You got
first
fucking
step in
an
any
influx of
dance
people
that you
just
do
going
is
in
wash
and
your
out,
booty.
walking through fucking traffic.
Wash your ass.
and
Okay?
It's bad.
Before the beat goes 5, 6, 7, 8, okay? Wash your ass. That's the first move. You want to learn salsa? I'm going to teach you how to salsa. Wash your ass. I was telling the people to wash their ass because we had a problem. And I could say that in the community, it gotten better. Why? Because we spoke about it. You need to speak about it when... If you want things to improve. So I understand that like people can feel some type of way and everything and stuff, and they really feel like, well, you're really on it. Like we've
Look,
been on
as
this
long
shit for
as
10
you
years, and
give
we've been talking
them
about
the
different
right, give them the
subject and
pattern
different
at
people
which it's
everywhere.
happening,
I remember
they will
one
they will
time we
quickly
wanted to
realize,
nail
yeah,
a
this is not
certain
good.
subject, and all the black people were like, you're anti-black. Then we want to nail another.
I mean, they might
problem.
fight
People
on
say,
you. They
you're
might
anti-black
fight
woman.
you on it
There's
a
whole
little
blog
bit,
about
but
us apparently being
as the
anti-black
day,
women.
right, as time goes on and they start realizing the
Then
pattern,
there
oh
was
yeah, they're
anti-gay.
gonna be like, oh,
Then
I'm
we're
so sorry.
pro-gay. Then it was anti-trans, then pro-trans. Then we pushing the gay. We're everything.
Facts.
We are everything.
And I get it. Like, listen, if you're from Swiss, you might feel like you're often the butt of the joke. Everyone thinks they're the butt of the joke a lot.
Correct.
Most people feel like they're the butt of joke.
Yeah.
I'm Ethiopian. I get the comments.
Look, when
Somali
you start
pirate
generalizing,
all the
yeah,
time,
you're gonna feel like you're the
all
butt
time,
of the joke,
starving African
right?
child. It is what it is. I just move on my day. It's not a big deal. You know what? The starving African thing, as offended as you want to get, yes, there's issues of malnutrition in these places. Yes,
Correct.
there's issues of piracy in these places. Like, whatever, man. Move on with your day. Everybody gets the jokes. You're not special. But you just don't like it. It's like, damn, yo, they really be making jokes about me? Yeah. You guys can get it too, because I'll be doing some funny, goofy ass shit. I'm sure Americans have heard the "you're so fat" jokes, shoot up a school jokes, blast everybody, y'all so dumb, rednecks, banging your sister from Alabama. They've heard it all.
But why? But why?
Why?
Because there's some problems. There are issues with those things.
Yeah.
What's wrong with banging your sister?
I wouldn't know. You tell me.
Hey man, you never. Y'all digging their. That never happened to you? What about your brother? You be like, yo,
I don't have a bro.
The inner child was laughing.
God
The one who
damn.
never had a little brother.
Oh no, he's.
It's okay.
That's so cute. What the fuck are you on, man?
Let us know what you guys think in the comments below.
You're racist.
You're racist. That's racist. There you have it. Why the fuck doesn't the citizens just band together to fix the fucking problems? I mean, yeah, I feel like it's the same situation in all these countries, right? You shed light on the issue. You tell the citizenry about the issue. But then they're just like, yeah, no, we don't want to fix it. It's like I don't know, man. Yeah, and some of the issue is more so of having a higher standard of hygiene. Right, a lot of these places are plagued by just unsanitary shit, getting sick all the time, right? Because it's unsanitary, right? All the germs and bacteria people are getting sick with. Why do you think some of these places have some fucking low living age rates? Well, that's because they fucking degrade themselves so much. Right, they put themselves in fucking shambles for some fucking reason. And they just wallow in it. Alright. And then let's call it here for that basically news segment and whatnot. Social and political news segment.